All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing this evening? All right, so as you guys may know, I was on vacation from work for like 9 days, right? We talked about it last week, and I was like, man, I didn't do anything that served me during those 9 days because I was just hustling, doing my thing, and all this extra stuff. And then when I came back to work, right, I wasn't in my normal spot for work, right? And so I was away from my team members for about 4 days. They knew I was at work, but they was like, "Where are you?" Like, and all this other stuff, right? So yesterday, I I was in my area that I normally work at. If you're in Atlanta and you're traveling in the evenings and your flight happens to be on a concourse, that's where I work at. All right, so you just come holler at your boy. All right. So anyway, so it was pretty interesting for me. Um, the response I got when I got there and I opened up the briefing. Uh, it's been interesting. Let's talk about it, y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ray Terry Project Podcast. I am your sayer, your word sayer. I am your word sayer, Terrence. Okay, so check this out, man. So today I want to focus on just something really simple. Hey Danielle, how you doing, sis? It's gonna say my topic today, obviously, is always life lessons and laughter because we're gonna be talking about life. We're gonna talk about the lessons that we've learned, and we're gonna laugh about it. We're gonna laugh about how stupid we are at times and how hard life is. And once we pass that part, we're gonna sit back and we're gonna laugh about it. All right. So tonight, I just want to talk about real quick, right? When you focus on your journey, you'll get reminders along the way that you're on the right path. And it's not by happenstance that I opened with what I was just talking about, me being away from work and all this other stuff. So I am on this journey of being the best human being I can possibly be. I'm on this journey of being the best glory carrier that I can be, the best light that I can be, right? The best atmosphere shifter that I can be, right? And so I was away from work for 9 days on my vacation time, which I did absolutely nothing except for the last day, and I stayed away for a second. But when it was time for me to go back to work, I just happened to check my emails for work. Okay, I was working on a different concourse because I'm in this program at work where I am AIC, that means Agent in Charge, OSM, right? Glory, stop it, Tamika. AIC, OSM in Charge. OSM is Operations Service Manager. So I'm in this program to become an Operations Service Manager with Delta Airlines, right? And so in this particular program, they send you to other concourses to work. So when I checked my email, so instead of me going back to my normal concourse, I was sent over to the international concourse this week, right? So, excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. So I'm just clearing my throat. It's allergy time for me, so my throat feel crazy a little bit. So, so for 4 days, I was over in the international concourse, and then yesterday, which is my quote unquote Friday from work, I was actually sent back to my normal concourse. So I opened up my 2 o'clock briefing the way I normally do, just talking to everybody, thanking everybody for everything that they do and all this other stuff, because most people don't thank people who work hard. I am of the cloth that I thank the people who work hard because I appreciate everybody. Because let's be honest, people don't have to do what they do, even if they're getting paid to do it. They don't have to do that. And then working in the airline industry, you're literally dealing with a lot of foolishness all the time. A lot of thankless work, a lot of thankless things happen all the time. And so I make it a point to thank my team members for being on the front lines, for handling all the hard customers, all the hard questions, and all of this other stuff, right? So after I did the briefing or whatever, I introduced one of our new OSMs. I was so excited because she was a red coat like me just a couple of weeks ago, and she's one person that's well deserving of that position, right? She's going to be for the people, all that other stuff, right? So after I did the briefing, this was like, I had a moment where I was like, wow. So I had a few of the team members come to me, and they was like, yo, man, where you been? And I was like, I was on vacation, and then I was on F for the first part of this week. And then they goes, I gotta tell you, man, it's so good to see you back, because it doesn't feel the same when you're not here. Now, mind you, there's a bunch of us. There's about like 10, maybe 12 red coats or whatever. And I'm like, what difference, how much difference can I make here? And on my journey and on my quest to be, hey, what's up? What's up, girl? How you doing, Kiki? So on my journey, on my quest to be this light, to be this like practical, everyday, cool person that anybody can rock with and all this other stuff, despite my deficiencies as a man, deficiencies as a human, because we all have deficiencies and everything. I'm doing my very best, right? But I still, at times, don't think that I am being effective, right? At times, I don't think I'm being effective. And I had a reminder yesterday that I am effective, that the journey that I'm on is a journey that is worth traveling, because if I can affect one person, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So this person came to me and said, your presence is definitely felt when you're here. Even if we don't see you on the floor, even if you're in the office doing like manager stuff in the office, just that we know that you're here, there's a whole different vibe on this concourse. And it was like, they was like, just thank you for being you. And that was like very humbling. And at the same time, it was just a reminder like, okay, you're on the right path. You're on the right journey. Just keep it up. Keep going. Keep moving. And I want to pass that all on to all of you that are listening to that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tony. I'm not sure how comfortable I am yet with knowing that my presence means a lot to other people, because I can be flaky, I can be finicky, I can just stop talking to people like for a long period of time and nothing ever be wrong. I could just be like, I'm just not interested in whatever you're doing right now, and I'll just be like on my way. And I'm still trying to get comfortable with that. Like this story, like when I left Connecticut, right? Like when I left my church in Connecticut to move to Georgia, I didn't realize I had that much of an impact on those people there. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I was there for a very long time, like 16, 17 years or something like that. Yeah, I was there for a very long time, but I didn't realize that I was that quote unquote important to all of these people. Your presence make a difference equals glory carrier. Glory is not just for church. Glory is the presence of God. You were right, Meek. You right, Doc. You right. You right. I'm gonna try not to be churchy tonight. Well, nah, whatever. I'm just gonna be whatever. I don't care. y'all just be here for the ride with me. But I just want to just encourage everybody else that's listening to this that is on a specific journey. You are going to get reminders along the way. At the times that you feel most discouraged, you are going to get reminders along the way. What's going on, Isaiah? How you doing? Too late. You came on, churchy. Stop it. Stop it. You're going to get reminders along the way, y'all. And be open and receive. It's like, okay, so for me, it's very difficult for me to receive compliments. I got to get out of that. It's very simple. It's very difficult for me to receive like help from people. I was asked the question, what can I do to help you? Hey, what's up, Selena? I was asked what can we do to help you, and I was like, what? Ain't nobody ever asked me that before. I didn't know how to answer that. So I don't know how to receive help, right? And I'm learning. Brother, Isaiah, I am doing marvelous. I am doing excellent. I'm just here on this life journey, trying to make it happen, man. Trying to do my due. Trying to be the best man that I can be. You know, I'm just out here, man. Listen, y'all gonna see me drink a little bit because my allergies are wild and my throat feel crazy. Okay. All right. So check this out, right? And this is another testament, and I never really thought about this. This is another testament of me being the glory carrier, me being this light, right? So right here on this cup, I don't know if you guys can read it, because right here, I was given this last Sunday. I don't know if you can read what's on there, but I'll read it for you. Last summer, I was given this by the seasonals who work for Delta, right? And the cup it says, this belongs to the world's greatest redcoat, Terrence Nelson. And at the bottom of it, it says, love your 2023 summer seasonals. The craziest part about that, man, is like, I had no idea that I was impacting them on this little journey that I was going on, that they thought it not robbery to just be like, you know what, let me show him how much we appreciate his efforts and how much we appreciate how he is with us and how he's been helping us and doing all this other stuff. And they just gave me with this dope mug. And now, mind you, I'm not like a mug dude or anything like that, but I was told that this thermos joint is like a coveted mug. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh man, thank you, Isaiah. I'm going to continue to be who I am because I don't know how to be nobody else. I promise you, I don't. I don't. But like I said, y'all, your journey is your journey. You're gonna go on the journey however you go on it. If you are sold out to what you know that you are supposed to be doing and what your journey is gonna be, even on those hardest times when life is gonna start lifing, life is gonna do what it do. People gonna be what they gonna be. They gonna say what they gonna say. They gonna act however they act. And we're all human. We gonna get discouraged. A lot of times, I'm going to be honest with you, I get discouraged a lot. So what happens is you get reminders along the way that you are being effective and that you are on the right path. So please do not give up. It's going to be hard. I promise you. Oh, thank you, Tony. Listen, it's going to be hard, y'all. It's going to be hard. Nothing is ever easy. And it's so funny, man. I promise you this, y'all. Nothing is ever easy for me. Nothing. Anything that I'm trying to accomplish, nothing is ever easy. And I am really talented at a lot of stuff. I'm really gifted. I'm one of those multi-gifted people. And I'm not just talking about music. I am gifted in so many different areas, right? And then for some strange reason, this regular life stuff never seems to just go according to plan for me. Nothing ever seems to be super easy for me. And then that's when I get into those little places and those little pockets in my life where I'm just like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. And then boom, I'll get a reminder. Somebody will say, you know what? This is what you just did. I know you didn't realize that, but this is what that did for me. And I'm not the only one that's out here that are affecting people in these ways that, like, wow, you'll just get like, I remember, okay. And all right, so let me stop real quick. So in this podcast, I'm gonna be talking about me. My life journey, my life stories, everything is 100% authentic. These are things that just happened to me. If I happen to tell a story that involves somebody else, I will never say their name. I said that probably in the first time I came live. And let me just remind y'all again. So I was getting at being effective, right? And not just in one particular area, right? So I'll tell you this. So most of you guys know, the 3-4 people on here, you guys know that I'm a musician, right? So I've played church, I've played secular, I've played in all different types of situations, right? and I've been effective in every situation the same exact way. And it's not like, oh, in church people respond this way, on the stage people respond a certain way, in a club people respond this way, and then talent show people respond that way. No, in every single arena, every single area that I've been a musician, everybody responded the same exact way to me. And I'll give you this example, right? So I was playing in church one night, right? It was I don't even remember. I played so many services in Connecticut. It was ridiculous. The church I went to in Connecticut, they believe that every single night should be a church night. We gonna have a revival for this. We gonna have a revival for that. Oh, we gonna have an anniversary for this or that. So I was always playing, but I knew that this was at a night service though. I remember this, and it was like in Bridgeport, Connecticut. What's up, Leash? How you doing? Good to see you. And so what happens was, right? So in the service, I'm playing, right? Just doing my thing on the keyboard, blah, 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 blah. You see, Isaiah he know what time it is. So I'm playing the keyboard, and I noticed this one dude, like, in the crowd, like, he stuck out more than anybody else, and he's just doing this. And I'm like, oh, God, we got another Connecticut weirdo here, right? You got another Connecticut weirdo and doing this, right? And I'm like, what the heck? So then after that happened to me, if you know me, right, I laugh at everything in church. I don't care if it's funny. I cannot hold my laugh. I'm going to laugh at it, right? So, so I'm like, yo, I told the drummer, Gerard, I was like, yo, Gerard, yo, you see this dude? I was like, yo, look at this. And then I forgot about it after that moment, right? So after that moment, I forgot about it. So service was over. We waiting around for our money. If y'all don't know anything about church and musicians, you gonna have to wait to get your paper after service, especially in the Pentecostal movement. They don't ever just have a check waiting for you, but the Baptist church do. Yo, all right, so check this out, right? So we waiting for our money and all this other stuff, and then the same dude who was reaching and grabbing in the air came up to me, and he was like, he said, bro. He said, I don't know what it is or what it was. He was like, or what you were playing. He said, but it felt as if it was tangible. He said, so I was trying to grab it and get a hold of it. He said, what you were playing felt like I could touch it, and I just wanted to hold it and keep it. This was in church. So check this out. I kid you not. I was playing in this club in New York with some rappers, right? Some rappers, and they when I'm MD and they just let me do my thing, and then they just work around. They just let me do my thing, That's kind of what I'm known for, just doing my own thing, right? So they let me do my thing. So what's going on, Nico? How you doing, my brother? Thank you for being on, man. So this is my man Nico from work, man. I love that guy. He's a great guy. He's honorable. I love honorable people. He's honorable. And I'm pointing this way because that's where the screen is. That's what I'm looking at. So I was playing in this club in New York, and the same thing happened. There was this guy. He was just like doing the same thing. And I'm like, what kind of hip hop dance is this? Because, I don't dance. Like, I don't do any of that. So I don't do any of that. So he's doing the same thing. So after we did our set, we was good. We just, packed up our stuff. We was headed out. The guy came up to me. He was like, dude. And then this guy was a white guy. He was like, dude, man, I have no idea what the rappers were saying. He said, but what you were playing, man, I felt like I could touch it, man. I was like, wait, what? I was like, are you serious? And I was just like, I was blown away, and it was humbling. So when and those are the times where I just felt like I was on autopilot, right? Because like I was saying, at church, we just played all the time. This is just what we did. We had to go play at the service all the time, right? So I was on autopilot, and I was just kind of numb to the gift that I had, right? To my effectiveness, just numb to it. And the same thing, I'm always doing shows at clubs and all this other stuff. And I had Jerron and and Brian Lord. They were children, and I had them in clubs. They will tell you these stories. I had them in clubs, right? Where the promoters were like, yo, they are too young to be in here. I said, but they in my band, bruh. And then it was like, so they had to sit in this little corner and security had to babysit them. And then yo, I can't wait till I sit down with a conversation with Jerron and Brian Lure. We gotta tell you these stories. They had to be babysat by one of the bouncers until we got up to perform. And as soon as we finished, they had to go right back into that corner. And then we had to leave because they was just too young to be in there. So, and then the same thing. I'm always in these clubs playing. I'm always on the road doing all of this, doing all of that. And then like being numb to my effectiveness until I got the reminder that, yo, what you're doing actually matters. And then that gives you another level of another level of humbleness, another level of being serious about your gift, because it doesn't matter what your gift is. My gift was music at the time. My gift is still music, but I've developed other gifts since then. No matter what your gift is, you have to be really serious about it, serious about the effectiveness of it. You can't pick it up and put it down, because that could be the detriment of somebody else's life. I know that sounds heavy, but it's very, very, very true. It could be the detriment to someone else's situation if you do not take your gifts seriously and take your effectiveness seriously. Come on. Look at Danielle, my sister, talking about come on. Stop it, girl. Take what you have seriously. Take your journey seriously. You're going to get discouraged. I am not going to sit here and lie to you. You're going to get discouraged. You're not going to be upbeat all the time. Like, people ask me how I'm doing all the time. My stop, Danielle, walk heavy. My answer is always, I am fantastic as usual. Most times I don't feel that way, but I have to speak things that are not as though they were. Okay. So I have to really speak that. So you're not going to feel effective all the time. You're not going to feel excellent all the time. You're not going to feel fantastic. You're not going to feel great all the time. But life is going to life. Life is going to do the thing. This is what we always talk about. We always talk about lifing. We going to talk about that all the time. We going to talk about that because I dare not sit up here and just give you guys false internet motivation, because everybody on the internet just saying stuff because they want you to hop on their Patreon. They want you to do this and do that so they can get some chicken from you, right? And then especially dudes who are always telling women how wonderful they are, all that nonsense. They scamming y'all. They just trying to get you to get them some money. I'm telling you. I just want to tell you the real. And the real is you're not gonna feel it all the time. You not. But speak that you feeling it all the time, because your words is gonna be the separation between, is this gonna happen or is it not? Is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Both of those answers are correct. It all depends on what you're speaking. And like I said, let me get back to this, and I'm almost out of here, y'all. I'm about to get out this piece because I'm talking heavy tonight. And listen, I'm just joshing y'all, but I do feel like there are the words that I am speaking tonight are really heavy. I like to talk heavy all the time that I'm on, but specifically tonight, because I feel like these words are very heavy and weighted tonight, because we're all on this journey. So I feel like you guys are a part of my village. We started this journey together. We started talking this journey together. We're trying to improve together. And, ups and downs will have you in your feelings. And then just be open to these reminders. These reminders are going to happen all the time when you least expect it. Somebody's going to tell you that the gift that you have, the gift that you're taking serious, you being effective, like how it's like really, really like in their hearts. You're changing people's hearts by being authentically who you are. Do not try to be something else in this journey or be someone else in this journey. Don't do that. Be who you are. If you're a little quirky, that's okay. If you're an airhead, that's okay. Because I find airheads to be hilarious. And I know some good-hearted airheads. I find these people to be hilarious. Listen, I need y'all to go ahead and share this for me, please. Please share this. Somebody else needs to hear this, not just you guys and not just me. Share this. I don't know how to share it because I'm the one that's live, so I don't know. I wish I could share it. I don't know how to. But go ahead and y'all share this. Let's increase. Here we go. Let's increase our effectiveness in this time in our life. Okay. Now, how are we going to increase our effectiveness? Right? By focusing. Remain focused. I always talk about focus from the beginning that I jumped on here. Remain focused, because when you lose focus, you'll actually start losing effectiveness, because now you're not being effective on purpose. You're not walking in your purpose purposely. So please, what's going on, Miles? How you doing? So please remain focused so you can increase your level of effectiveness, because your level of effectiveness it's a domino effect, y'all. I promise you. Like, okay, so I talk about my job all the time, right? So like I said, if you guys don't know, I'm in the airline industry, right? So we're big on making sure that there's like we decrease our delays, right? Because there's a domino effect. If you're late right here, that's going to delay the plane in its next destination. And then, so now if people got connections in that next place, it's going to make them late for their connection there. But also that aircraft that is about to go to somewhere else, now the people that's waiting for that aircraft is going to be delayed because of the delay you caused in the first place. Listen to me. Do not lose focus. Because once you lose focus and you lose your effectiveness, it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to not only affect you and your goals and what you're trying to do, but it's going to affect the people that are tied to your goals. And right now, I told y'all, 2024 is all about you. Everything that we do is all about you, right? So that doesn't even sound like it go together, but it actually does, because once you get yourself right, once you get yourself in that place of success, whatever you feel success is, once you get yourself to that place, it's going to affect in a positive light all those that are connected to you and all those that you are assigned to affect. So do not dim your effectiveness. Do not, I'm sorry, I'm just touching stuff again. Hey, what's going on, Brandon? How's it going? All right, so do not lose your effectiveness. Remember, along the way, along your journey, you're going to get reminders that you are on the right path. Be open to the compliments. Be open to people letting you know how effective they are, how effective you are to them. All right, y'all. I'm done. Like I always say, every single time I touch this microphone, y'all, thank you for giving me your time. Time is the number one investment that you will never get a return on. And you decided to give me 30 minutes of your life. And for that, I am greatly appreciative. I will never bastardize your time, and I will never take your time for granted. Thank you.